It says it's going now. Is it going?
Not on YouTube. It's not.
I made it.
It's not going on YouTube?
It wasn't.
YouTuber?
It might be. Oh, now it is.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
There's a delay. Remember, there's a delay.
There is a delay.
Well, I mean, it's trying to go.
Okay. So, as promised, what we're going to do this time is we're gonna flock this little fish box, and I'll get you a bigger picture here in just a second. Probably ought to do that right now since I got to show you some up close stuff. So let me switch my cameras. See, I don't have one of them fancy boxes everybody else has. So I have to do it from inside. OBS.
Doug, do you have the link for the YouTube video? Can you put in the private chat, please?
Thank you, Robin. Okay, so here we are. You can't see my face anymore, but well, you can in that little bitty screen right there. So what I did was I took this, I sanded it up real good, and I have 2 coats of seal coat shellac, non-waxed seal coat shellac on it, made by Zinsser. And I've also got 2 coats on the top. After I finish the flocking and it dries good, I'm going to put as many coats of antique oil on this as I think it needs to get it nice and shiny. I forgot to change my window so I could see what y'all is seeing.
Hungry.
Come on. There we go. Who are you saying, hey, Doug, how are you to?
Me?
Oh.
I was having a conversation with myself. I was the only one in there.
Oh, good. Okay, so on the panel, for those of us that aren't watching, or those that watch later, we have Robin from Robin's Buys and DIY. Got Doug from Pole Barn Productions. If you saw my video on my main channel, my quick little live earlier today, you saw me open a care package from Doug. Thank you again, buddy. I appreciate it. Got some cool stuff in there.
No problem.
Can't wait to see what I'm going to do with the fishes. I got to come up with something cool. So
my wife found me one of those molds that just got a bunch of little fish molds in it, and every time I had extra resin, I just dumped it in there.
I gathered that.
Yeah, that's why they're all different colors.
So this is the flocking that I'm going to put in here. It's green. It's a really fine powder stuff. And there's a couple of ways you can do this. I didn't know they were going to send me an applicator bottle. It's just it's like a mustard bottle with a pretty big hole in the top. And that's one way of doing it. You put the flocking material in here. And the reason I've got this in this tub is because I don't want to waste any of this flocking if I can help it. Because when I put it in here, it's going to go everywhere and only stick to where there's stuff for it to stick to. And then this inside of this tub is clean, and I can carefully dump this out into the bag and save it for later.
Bill Ellis is in.
Do what? Hello, Bill.
Bill Ellis is in.
I better turn my fan off because I don't. Yeah, Bill Ellis.
William Ellis, or Bill. We call him Bill, I think.
He goes by Bill. So I turned the fan off behind me because I don't want this putting flying green stuff all over the place. I also ordered this flocking tube called a mini flocker. You put your stuff in it, and it's got 5 holes in it instead of the 1. It just means it'll dump out material faster. which is probably good because the other thing that they sent me with the flocking material, I thought they were going to send me an adhesive. Now, if you order the flocking, come on, Billy, get your act together. If you order the flocking material or the flocking kit from the same people that make this tube, they send you an actual adhesive that you apply. I'm not sure what kind of adhesive it is. Nearly any adhesive will work, but they send you an adhesive. This company that I got this material from right here did not send me adhesive. They sent me hunter green acrylic paint, and that works because it's kind of thick and sticky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load my flocking tube with my material as carefully as I can. Got a frog in your throat, Robin?
No.
Okay. Just checking. Come on. Get in there. Quit getting it all over you.
Didn't you have a funnel?
I do have one somewhere.
Wouldn't that be the
What?
correct
Not,
procedure?
not anymore. I'm almost done.
Oh.
Now you tell me. All right. So this is a really fine material. Now I put the thing on top and get it ready. Got it charged. And when you push on this, and you turn it upside down and push on it, and the air pushes the flocking material out. So how I'm going to do this, just on Wilson style, is I'm going to coat all of the inside, the sides and the bottom. So I figured the easiest way to do this is to just squirt some of this here green paint on the inside. I'm not worried about getting any on the lip because I can sand it off later. And I'm sure I'll have to. And I'm gonna take this here brush and I'm gonna spread this around, and I want to leave a good liberal coat. I don't want to make it thin because I don't want to take any chances on it drying. Because if it dries, then you're not going to get the flocking material to stick to it.
Are you going to read, Doug?
Well, I can't read them.
I'm not trying not to interrupt Billy. So Steve is in. Harnell.
Harnell Media. Steve Nealon. Hello, Steve. And welcome. Again, nice liberal coat.
I gonna read while you look at your phone and not read. That's not nice.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
What do you mean, who you? Your feet don't fit no limb.
She don't poo through feathers either, does she?
No. Come on, girl. Get with the program.
I was trying not to interrupt Billy.
Okay. Need a little more paint. Make it nice and gloopy in here. Not real bad, but I mean,
No.
you don't want it so thick that it ain't ever going to dry.
So we were talking about if flocking was allowed on YouTube. And that made it kind of
Apparently,
illegal.
speaking of YouTube, the live that I put up today, YouTube won't let me monetize it. Apparently, there's something in the title that they don't like.
Should we change the title?
It would take he has to do a lot and he has to go through that to check it.
I may have to, but it might be, it might have been my WITSEC comment or my WITSEC. I don't know.
Aliens. Maybe. I don't know. Hang on. I'm going to go look at it and see. It was with your title, huh?
I'm assuming it's the title. I don't know for sure.
Did he die? Was he abducted? WITSEC? What is WITSEC anyways?
Witness protection.
Oh, I doubt it's that.
So what I've been up to is, like I said, just other stuff, taking care of mom, yard work, and
Yeah. I did he die? Maybe sensitive things. You know, you can't say stuff like that anymore.
Yeah, well.
I know.
Okay, now I've got a pretty nice liberal coat of that hunter
That's
green.
it. You done screwed your monetization up again.
Do what?
You said liberal.
So I've got a nice liberal coat of adhesive in here and AKA green paint. So I'm just going to
Flocking?
and I'm gonna flock the hell out of this thing. I mean,
The heck, Billy, the heck.
yeah, I'm gonna flock the heck out of this thing.
It looks like you are.
You can't use too much, it says,
Uh-huh.
because all the excess will just pour right out.
It looks like
and I
you're out
wanna
of
make
practice,
sure-
though.
I am out of practice. Anybody want to help with that? Anyway,
The peanut gallery's quiet up there.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
There she goes again. Feet not fitting the limb.
Yeah.
All right, let me eyeball this.
Can
and
we
make
see
sure-
in the bucket?
in the bucket?
She wants to see in your tote. What's inside your tote look like?
Yeah, hold on. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Shake it around. Dust it off. Put some more in. Don't touch it.
I ain't gonna.
Don't touch it.
Is
I ain't
it
gonna
green inside?
Yeah. It didn't stick right there because I wasn't good with the paint. So let's do this.
Do-do-do-do-do.
It's pretty much good everywhere else. Okay, so now there's a bunch of loose flocking in here left over. And after I let this set and dry for a while, I'll dump it out. And like I said, I'm not worried about the green paint on top here. I'll sand this off. And I'm going to set this aside. And this is what the inside of the tote looks like. There's some in there. There's not a whole lot, but you can see. I tried to be prestigious with how
Yeah.
well, I was going to use the word squirt, but it's not really a squirt either, is it? I tried to be prestigious with
It was
where
fluffing. How you were fluffing.
yeah. So now I'm a fluffer.
That's
so
where I was going.
Yeah, I figured. So I tried to be prestigious with how it's fluffing it, and that's going to get me demonetized for sure.
It is not.
So
Are you monetized on this channel yet?
no, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
And to be honest, at this point, I don't really care if I ever am. I'm doing this just because it lets me do my non-turning videos over here, and that's what I'm after. So one of the things I forgetted to tell you, if you notice the difference, this, put it down, Billy, easily.
Put it somewhere
Okay.
where
This wood right here, this pine, that's from that old door. This pine and this pine were the same piece of material. I just cut it inside, if you remember. But you notice the one on the lid is a little bit darker. And how did you do that? Well, I'm a genius. No, actually, I took some. I'm going to let this sit overnight and then I'll dump it out tomorrow. I took some Phoebings brown leather sole and heel dressing. It's an alcohol-based leather dye. Works really well on wood. You can get this in a bunch of different colors, not just heel and sole dressing, but you can get Phoebing shoe dye or leather dye, and it's alcohol-based. You can get it in a bunch of different colors. It's about depending on where you find it, anywhere from $3.50 to $5 a bottle, but it'll last a long time. And it does really, really wood for dyeing wood. Really, really wood. It works really, really wood. It works really, really well.
We can all hear you reading, Robin.
I'm not reading.
She's reading what she's typing.
Just a second. I'll be right back.
And there's me tripping all over my tongue. So anyway, I dyed it dark brown, and it didn't dye it too awfully much because I already had a couple of coats of shellac on it. So it took a little. I just wanted to darken it up a little bit because I thought it was too light. And now I'm going to, after the flocking dries and I sand the top off so that I get rid of the excess. Everything's been sanded. Pardon?
The freckled mom is in. Sorry, I'm interrupting you.
That's quite all right. Hello, freckled mom. I'm sorry. I've got
and Mike is in.
Mike. Yep. Mom, I've got the memory of a sea slug. So if I don't remember your name, I'm sorry. And I don't remember your name. Hello, Jerry. What'd Jerry say?
I have no idea. It must be on Facebook.
No, he's on YouTube.
He's
Living Beyond Disability. You flocked it good, Billy. All right. So I will not do another video for this box. This will be my last one. You see what it looks like. The only difference between what this is and what you see now and what you're going to see when it's finished is there will be anywhere from 4 to 6 coats of antique oil. I think it's Minwax. I don't remember. Anyway, there'll be 4 to 6 coats of antique oil on this. It takes 24 hours to dry between coats, so it's going to take me a while. That means I won't get it finished most likely between now and SWAT next weekend. Not this coming weekend, but next weekend. I'm going to Waco to SWAT, the Southwest Association of Turners Symposium. But
Hey,
this
Devin.
is what it's going to look like. Hey, who?
Devin, Freckle Mom.
Devin. Devin, I promise I will try to remember, and hopefully Robin can keep me straight. So that's my little scrolled fishy box. If you missed what I did, Devin, I coated the inside of this with Hunter Green acrylic paint, which is what the people I ordered the flocking material from sent me to use as an adhesive. So I basically just poured a fairly liberal amount of acrylic green paint inside. I brushed it all around on the inside, on the walls and the bottom real good. And then I used this tube and shot the flocking material in it.
Did that come up, Steve? I can't really post that. So.
And it was really easy to do. This is the first thing I've ever flocked, by the way. I just read the instructions and went with it, and it's really not too difficult. What'd Bill say?
Can anyone?
Can anyone what, Bill?
Ah.
Scroll up and see what he said before. Or maybe he was responding to something I said. Anyhow.
Well, I posted the link for SWAT, but I don't have a wrench, so I can't.
Oh.
And I don't know if Steve's seen it or not. I don't even know if it'll show it for SWAT.
I thought I added you as a moderator.
No, I'm one on your other channel.
I knew that. I thought I added you on this one too. I will take care of that. But if you put it on the inside chat, Robin can do it.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not a moderator either.
You don't have a
Oh,
wrench.
you're not?
Nope.
Well, I'll be dipped in cheap dip. I guess for now, Steve's the only one. Sorry.
Go,
I
Steve,
tried.
go.
I will fix that. I just can't do it right now.
It's okay. I was just trying to
Because I
put that
don't have
link in there,
YouTube.
but I can't do that.
This is going to be quicker than I thought. I didn't want it to take over an hour, and right now we're at 20 minutes. So good. I like short videos or short lives or shortish lives. Bill's trying to keep me straight.
Or you could just chat for a
can
half
anyone
hour.
can anyone keep me straight is what Bill says. Yeah, no,
No, he's fluffing.
What was that, Robin?
I said you could chat for 30 minutes.
Oh, I could?
Mm.
Yeah, who wants to listen to that? Let's listen to the Fat Boy ramble for a
There
half
you
hour.
go. Thank you, Steve.
Steve, he's our man. If he can't do it, no one can.
No
I
one
appreciate
can
it.
but him.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Mr. Steve Nealon, Harnell Media, webmaster to the stars. Also a sponsor of the Messy Studio and sort of the Messy Scroller. For all your web needs, go see Steve. If you need a website, he'll set you up with a domain. If you need somebody to help you set it up, he will do that too, and his rates are better than anybody's I've found online. And he'll help you set it up however you want to set it up, whether you want merchandise on your site or whether or not you're selling what you did, all that good stuff. My next live on this channel, you want me to switch back so y'all can see me better?
Sure.
I see two of you. I must have drank too much.
I'm really digging this little camera setup, this new camera setup, because I'm actually doing my turning videos, not just lives, but I'm actually recording my turning videos using these same two cameras. And it's been working out relatively well. So I need to take this down.
Was that your light switch you had hanging there?
Switchy was there. What Stace and Nick called Switchy. That switch I took off, and
So now it's just bare wires? That's awesome.
Well, it's not plugged into anything.
That's
There was a
awesome.
switch. There was a switch box here, and on the other end of the line that came out of the switch box was a electric plug that ran my air cleaner. But this air cleaner didn't work real well because the thermocoupler in the motor is too sensitive, or it's not strong enough, because if I put two filters in this box, it would shut off in about 15 minutes. When I took one filter out, leaving one filter in, it takes about 30 minutes and it shuts down. So I moved Switchy over to the big air cleaner that now sits to the right of my table saw, which is right over there. It's on wheels. It's on the floor. It's a huge unit and puts out a lot of air. I've got two 12 by 24 MRV11 filters in it, and it works fantastic for pulling the fine dust out of the air of the shop. It'll clean this entire shop in about 15 minutes. So for my next scrolling live, and if y'all know my respiratory issues, you know why I'm keep that working. I've also got dust collection to every tool in the shop, even my random orbit sander. So everything I use, I've got dust collection on because I can't afford to have that in my lungs. Now, my next live on this channel will be next week sometime. I'm not sure when yet, and I'm doing that because John is going to be out of pocket, and so I will probably come in. I'm not going to be going on as late as John does. It'll be something more like now or 7:30 Central. just to kind of fill the void for those that feel the need to see somebody scroll something. And my next project is going to be this. Can y'all see that very well?
I was reading your comments that Freckled Mom's talked about having a Malamute. I have a whole house full of these little mini Huskies. Hey, you.
That's going to be my next project. This will be a Christmas present for one of my children. My wife picked it out. I ordered it from Wooden Teddy Bear.
Oh, cute.
The artist was Sue May. One of my daughters is cuckoo for snowmen. If you've seen, if you've been following my turning channel, a couple years ago I did a snowman ornament video where I made a dozen snowmen and women. I call them my snow peeps, and that's one of my highest viewed videos, by the way. And I put it out. I made those for her for Christmas one year, and she puts them on her tree every year. She's really nuts for snow people. So my wife picked that out for her, and I'm going to be scrolling it for her next week, probably Monday night, unless something comes up or I get hit by a truck, which I hope doesn't happen, but you never know. Anything I need to answer?
They're talking about dogs.
Oh, Doug's Pomskis.
Just Annie.
Oh, is she back in the house?
Can you see her?
Yeah,
In
I
her
see her.
normal
She's back in the house. She
Upside
was
down?
she was kicked out of the house for a while, along
They
with
were
all
all
the
kicked
others.
out of the house. I had 6 of them in here.
Is she behaving?
We don't know which one was being naughty, but for the most part, she lets you know when she needs to go out, so we're not sure. But when there's only one, they tone down. You know what I mean? There's not
Well,
quite-
yeah, because they're like children. They
Yeah.
feed off each other. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. So pretty much that's her normal position most of the night.
What'd Bill say?
Bill said that one looks like she's passed. Yeah, she's passed out.
Oh yeah. So I got a bunch of stuff that I ordered from Wooden Teddy Bear, a bunch of plans, about $35 worth of plans the other day. My wife went through my Wooden Teddy Bear catalog and earmarked the pages and drew circles around what she wanted me and put a name by it so I'd know who it was for. I don't remember what all. One of them is a dragon for my youngest son. He loves dragons. It'll just be a dragon that's put on a plaque and he can hang it up on the wall. This is going to be the same thing. I'm going to put this on a backer and set it so that she can put it on the wall or stand it up if she wants to. I don't know. And I'll dye the background piece underneath, like orange where the nose is and black where the coal for the mouth and eyes are, et cetera, and so on and so forth.
My family.
Or
don't
I
like-
may even hair lip John and use acrylic paint under in the background for that. I don't know yet.
Larry thinks your family don't watch your videos, otherwise they all know what they're getting for Christmas.
Most of
family
my family does not. On occasion, my wife will watch my videos when she's bored and doesn't have anything else to do.
My grandson does.
I have one grandson that checks my channel out once in a while, not very often. But for the most part, my family doesn't watch my channel, and that's fine with me.
Henry passed 2 days for Christmas, Larry.
Yep.
That about crushed me.
Yes. Yep.
Right after Billy lost the dog too, I think. Right after, before that or after it.
Right before my boxer, we had to put her down. In I think it was October. She was my shop dog. She's been in a number of my turning videos. She was such a good girl, but and I miss her bad. But yeah, those hit Doug and me pretty hard. But it happens. I almost, I still kind of wish that I'd got Blue. I was looking
he was
at
cute. He was cute.
Yeah, he was. His blue eyes, absolutely gorgeous. He was.
My wife was going to be jealous of you. How come he gets a Henry?
He was. He was a blue pit, half American pit, half American bulldog, and he was absolutely gorgeous.
Huh?
But my wife was afraid that he would not play well with some of the other dogs that my grandkids bring over all the time, and even some of the little grandkids. She's afraid of pits. I don't know why. We've had two when the girls were little, and neither one of them ever hurt one of our kids. But she didn't want me to get a pit, so I didn't get him.
If there was kids in my yard, they were the safest kids on the planet. If they were in my yard, Henry was
Same.
Them. Did not leave them wherever they were. Henry was there.
Yep. Same with boxers. They're real protective over children. So our next dog, she wants another boxer one of these days. She's not ready for one yet. She's enjoying. And then in April, this past April, I had to put my little.
Hey, Steve. Steve C.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
In April, I had to put my my Maltipoo down, half Maltese, half toy poodle. She got to where she couldn't walk on anything, and that was pretty sad. She was, let's see, Cammie, the boxer, was 10 and a half, 11, and Bear was 9 and a half or 10. And all we got left is my wife's little Shih Tzu. So, and she's 9, 8. But she wants to travel a lot, and she doesn't want to have to worry about dogs or kenneling them or leaving them with somebody. So that's why we're not getting an animal this right now. This is supposed to be a scrolling show. Well, actually, it's not. It's anything.
It's a chit chat show. You were done doing what you were doing.
Actually, it's not.
Yeah.
It's anything. It's anything we. It's anything we want to talk about. Show, especially the fat boy.
A cockapoodle?
Oh my God! My mother had one of those when I was little. Absolutely the ugliest dog I have ever seen in my life until I met a Labradoodle.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if Larry noticed. I got Henry on the back of my hand. So
My granddaughter has a Labradoodle. He's not a bad dog, but oh my God, he's ugly. He's supposed to be a service dog. We'll see how that training goes. So John is going to go live.
Whoa!
What? John's going to.
What was that?
That almost. That. Wait a minute. Let me get that dagger out of my heart.
Why did she do that? I didn't even understand what she said.
I said, John is going to go live, and she got all excited. So, I don't know if I can recover from that.
I'm sorry.
I missed it. John's got stalkers by the looks of it, huh?
Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Is it that time? Billy's almost done.
Yeah, Billy's almost done. What is she calling you to dinner? Oh,
Um,
you got to go milk the goat.
there you go.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's 35 minutes, 20 seconds.
Like
So
fluffing, Billy. It's kind of like
Huh?
fluffing. It's kind of
Yeah.
like fluffing.
kind of like fluffing. So John's going to be live at, I think he said 8:30 Central. Let me check my message.
It is 8:05. I'm not on that message board.
Yeah, 8:30 Central. And it is now 7 o'clock. So about an hour and a half from now, John's going to go live with a scrolling project or something. Okay, I was just checking my messages.
I thought it went dead. He did got all quiet and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I can't. I'm incapable of reading and
what if I
talking at the
could?
same time.
Isn't it? What if I could scroll
Yeah.
song
Yeah, what if I could scroll?
with John
John
C?
C.
Yep.
Yeah.
John Cousins. What if I could scroll? Steve might put a link out there if he's listening. But he'll be on in an hour and a half, and be sure to check him out. He's a pretty good dude, even though he's a Canuck. Oh, wait, Robin is too. They're Canuckistanis. They're good people.
I think she stink eyes you for that, Billy.
She did. She does that a lot. I get that a lot. So, what did Devin say?
Nico was supposed to be a service dog. He jumps on everyone, so that didn't happen.
Yeah, no, they can't do that.
No,
That's a no.
yeah, mine can't be. They're happy to see everybody.
Yeah, my granddaughter's Labradoodle. He's pretty calm, and she and he are going through service training together. I think she needs it more than he does, but it's funny.
All the Pomskis we have, most of them have the Pomeranian personality, so they're all happy. The one male that we have, he's got the Husky trait where he's skitsy.
Yeah,
So that's the only one that's like that, where he's skitsy. Most of them have the Pomeranian personality. So, a Husky half the size,
right. Robin, where did you put the remote for my camera?
Over there.
Right there on the table.
Oh,
See, right where
found
you
it.
left it, Billy.
How can you
I
find
found
it with all that mess?
Shit, that's not a mess.
somebody doesn't
See
want
my
to be.
bird.
Somebody doesn't want to be invited back.
Who, Doug?
Oh. Somebody pissed in her Cheerios, didn't they?
Yeah. Apparently.
Sounds that way.
Oh, y'all don't need to see me that close. So now I can read the screen. I came over here for a reason. I was going to put a link because Bill said John. So I will put a link to John's channel.
Because Steve left you high and dry by the looks of it, right?
It's okay. He's busy. He's got website stuff to do, and that's fine. That is
Great.
just fine.
Grace has been upgraded to a Category 2 hurricane with sustained winds of 100 miles an hour, like I care in Michigan.
Who is Grace?
A hurricane.
Oh, duh.
Yeah, I'm getting hurricane announcement in Michigan. Like I care.
But where's it headed? I might
I don't
care.
know. I don't even know where she's at.
So that's John's channel. Bill, I put a link to it out there. Steve said, I wouldn't have let you high and dry like that, Billy. I guess I need to add more moderators.
You don't need to add any more than you want, Billy.
I know. Okay, I've rambled enough. I've been going 40 minutes. But y'all got the gist of it, right? I'm really happy. That my first real scroll saw project. And I really kind of like the way it turned out. This is the lid of the box. That's the inside. And I kind of like it.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
So for a first, I'm very happy with it. Hopefully, I mean, this isn't going to replace turning. Don't get me wrong. Turning is my primary, and it's what I really enjoy the most. But I've been a woodworker all my life, and I like doing stuff other than just turning. The only problem is when I would do one of those videos and put it on my main channel, it would flop. I wasn't getting any views. So if I'm not going to get any views, let's put it over on another channel, which I did for scrolling and stuff. And I'll do my freehand. I do freehand router carved signs, like this one right here. I did that. I did another one with my old logo. It's hanging over there. You don't know where there is because you can't see me point. It's hanging over there on the wall right next to my autographed picture of Norm Abram. And but I've been a woodworker. Huh?
You have a god on your wall?
Yes.
All right.
And I've actually met him and talked to him for a little while, and he's a
So
great
I
guy.
first got started into all this woodworking, watching
Yeah.
this old house and New Yankee.
Well,
Work.
I got started in it right after we got married. Before then, and as soon as I saw the New Yankee Workshop, I watched it religiously.
95-ish, I think.
And
right back then.
Before then, and I'd been watching him for years. When I met him in '96 at a builders convention in Houston, and yeah, he's a great guy. His glasses are about that thick.
I'm not quite that old. Back
But-
then, I was only like 25.
but he really is. He's a great guy, and I love the stuff that he did. I learned a lot from him. I started making furniture long before I started watching him, but I did learn a bunch from him. And in spite of what fine woodworkers think, he did some pretty good stuff. I mean, yeah, some of his techniques were a little unorthodox, but he always produced beautiful pieces. So what are you going to do? You can't argue with it.
The product comes out like it's supposed to.
That's right. You can't argue with the results. So Bill said Grace left the Yucatan and is heading to mainland Mexico. All righty then. That means we'll probably get some of it coming up this way. Not the winds necessarily, but we'll probably get a lot of feeder bands and the rains because the main winds will bring it right over us probably.
It's only a tube, Billy. You'll be all right.
Yeah, well, and it'll probably happen while I'm at Waco again. A couple years ago when I was at SWAT, we had a pretty strong hurricane supposed to be making landfall just west of Corpus, which would have brought it right over San Antonio. As it turned out, we only got some rain from it, but everybody was on pins and needles for a while. Anyhow, Larry said he's a master. Larry's LC. Larry is from Arkansas, Missouri, Arkansas, Missouri.
What's for
I
Tina?
forget. Oh, you missed it last night. Tina said, "Tell you that she made popcorn, Doug." Last night I had some cheddar jalapeno popcorn. It was really good.
That sounds good.
It was good.
I just made pepper flakes out of Fresno peppers and cayenne peppers. Run them through the blender.
What are we eating, Robin?
Salad.
Rabbit food.
Want to see?
It's rabbit food.
Yes, I agree. I agree, Larry. Hello, Mervin. I'm just getting ready to say sayonara. I've done my thing, and I've been standing here flapping my gums for the last 20 minutes. So
We're good at it.
again. Pardon?
We're good at it.
Yeah. So again, up in the chat a little ways is a link to John Cousins' What If I Could Scroll channel. He's going to be live at 8:30 Central. That is
14 minutes.
no,
Oh,
8:30
No?
Central.
It's an hour and 14
Hour.
minutes.
Yeah, an
Yeah.
hour and 14 minutes. So that's really all I have. Thank everybody for coming along. I appreciate it. Hello, Mel. Just picked this one up after you mentioned it today. I very much enjoyed the Yankee Workshop. Yeah, so did I. I actually, one of the here I go again. I can't shut up. I made a set of nightstands.
You're just about to say goodbye. Oh, well, and then.
I know. People come in and I get sidetracked. I chase rabbits. I'm sorry. So I used to do this in class all the time when I was teaching. So anyway, New Yankee actually refers to using reclaimed wood or repurposing things. And I built a set of nightstands that are in my bedroom that I New Yankeed the crap out of. I took a guy, I'm driving down the street and one of my neighbors was taking the old doors out of his house that was built in the 60s. So it's old growth white pine, the door jambs, the doors, the trim, all of it. He took it all out and put it on the street. I went down and picked it up in my truck, brought it home. Went and bought me a cheap $300 Craftsman table saw, and it's sitting right over there. And I built those nightstands to look like the dresser that we had in the living room. And I used the door jambs and glued them up together to make panels for the sides. I cut the doors down and used them for the top and the bottom. And I took the trim and ran them through my router table and made my own molding to go around the top of the edge of the top and the bottom. And I made my own feet that look just exactly like the feet that are on the dresser. And the trim looks just like the trim that's on the dresser. And I stained it the same color. So that's true New Yankee stuff. And I do a lot of that. A lot of the stuff like my freehand router carved signs, I use reclaimed pine fence board and glue them into panels and mill them down and run them through the sander and get them nice and pretty and that kind of stuff. So, yeah, we did. Larry met us in Branson when we were on vacation up there last year, and we talked for 9 hours. We had a great visit. It was good to meet you, Larry. Okay. I shut up now.
My wife's probably got that goat by now.
Yeah. So, again, as always, thanks for coming by. Please like, subscribe, share if you have a mind. Subscribe if you have a mind. Please share. Let's get this channel built up if we can a little bit. And And if we don't, well, that's no big deal either. And as always, live, laugh, love. Y'all come back.
Prosper.
Bye.
And thank you two for joining us.
Right? Live long and